what's up.
All right, this is pretty much gonna be camp. Logan has his Superior Gear Elite UL, trying that out for the first time. Super lightweight hammock. If you're not familiar with Superior Gear, they make the Superior hammock. That is a hammock with an underquilt built in, which you might think I did just because of the easiness for a kid. And you'd be correct to an extent. I've since fallen in love with these hammocks, own a bunch of them. I love them. The Superior hammock's one of my favorites. It's a very narrow hammock. You don't get that huge wall, so you really get a good view. The hammock, the bug net, and the sewn on underquilt is 23 ounces, I believe. Pretty lightweight, so that's gonna help him out on our backpacking trips. Tonight, I'm going to use a little bit different type of hammock than the gathered end. I'm going to use a bridge hammock. You can tell it's a bridge hammock because of these spreader bars at the foot and the head end. This is the War Bonnet Ridge Runner. I'm looking forward to using that. It's a little bit different type of hammock. So I'm going to finish getting set up. I'm using my hammock gear. What is this? A 30-degree burrow, but it's the new UL. This comes in at like 12 ounces. One of the underquilts I have for this hammock, this is the Wookiee underquilt. This is a 40-degree. Look how small this underquilt is. So a lot of people knock the bridge hammocks because you're carrying the extra weight with those spreader bars, but really, with this system, it's actually down quite low as well. I like this. Plus, these cool side saddle pockets that you can just stuff things in all night. And check out the way that the underquilt goes on this particular hammock. Just flip it over, take out your underquilt, figure out which one is your head end and your foot end, which would be this way. And these are these little carabiners on these rubber straps at each corner of the underquilt. And they just snap right into these gross gain corners right here. I actually forgot my own system. I leave the carabiners on the head end so it's easier to identify, but I forgot I did that. And then flip it back over. And your underquilt is installed. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about gear so much, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But we're trying out some stuff tonight. doing something a little bit different than we normally do. This is taking the place of our Father's Day hike, and I guess we'll call this one a bike packing trip, but with ATVs, and I'll explain that in a little bit also. So let me finish setting up, and I will talk to you soon. Well, I managed to do it again. Somehow, I managed to get an injury right as the height of the backpacking season is starting. Yep, so that's why we are not doing a hike backpacking trip for Father's Day this year, because I kind of can't. I injured my knee to the point where I definitely can't hike. I have a knee brace on right now. Stairs are well in the... So, okay, it's been a week. It's a week today, actually, since I did it. And it was so stupid how it happened. But days 1 through 3, I couldn't walk up steps at all. Now I can peg leg it up as long as I don't use this as the leg that, you know, flexes up the steps. So doing any kind of mountains or climbing is not possible. Even on flat ground, if I come off a rock sideways or anything, what I'm really trying to do here is avoid having any type of surgical repair. Luckily, with my line of work, I have a lot of friends in the medical field, and I have been given advice to give it 8 weeks. That's my best chance, at least, of getting out of this without it becoming more complex. I'm going to heed that advice and try and not do anything foolish for 8 weeks. That puts us into the end of August. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Kind of bummed. Had some pretty cool things planned, but we'll see how it goes. So, that brings us to tonight. Logan and I packed the backpacks as if we were going to do a backpacking trip. We're going to have 0 chance of precipitation. It is going to drop down to about 45 or so tonight, but crystal clear skies, no rain. We're going to have a good view of the stars here. We got fire ready to go. My favorite part is waking up in the morning, and that's going to be a pretty cool Father's Day. Logan will probably still be asleep in that hammock right over there, but we'll be able to ride again tomorrow and then head home. But that's what we came up with for our canceled hike, to replace our canceled hike. It's working out pretty well. So with that being said, as much as I hate to do it, I'm probably going to have to make some gear videos. I'll try and come up with some clever things. I don't know. Try and get creative. I'm thinking about doing a video about hammocks. Not that there's not 5,000 of them out there, but I own a lot of hammocks. Like, a real lot of hammocks. And they have all been bought with my own money. There's never been a sponsorship of this tiny, very small YouTube channel. So that gives me a little bit different of an approach, I think. We've actually accumulated quite a bit of gear over the last 12 months. Logan's coming by. But that's our status report. So we're just gonna do some riding and enjoy a night out in the woods. Our Father's Day ATV bike pack. How was the riding?
It was good.
Coming back to hang out and camp now?
Yep. First time you've seen my face today. The helmet is hot.
The helmet's hot?
Yes.
Well,
that's the fact of life. You have to wear it.
there's a little bit of a breeze, so you'll cool down in no time.
Yes, that feels very good.
What's that?
Oh, we have a citronella candle.
No, it's not what that is. I think I have regular fire starter in here somewhere. Yep. So we have a wet fire, and then we have this.
Ah, I thought that was a citronella candle.
This is pyro putty.
What does it do? Pyro putty makes sense because pyro means fire, and putty is... I mean, most putty comes in these metal containers anyway, so it's actually kind of cool. Now,
So we'll experiment with that. It's probably more than you need.
what? And just like that, you've created a torch.
Let's see what that does. I think we have fire.
The men have created fire.
I see a first star up there.
Where?
Right there.
Ah, yeah.
The moon is right through there. Hopefully, I can capture all the lightning bugs that are coming out.
The weirdest thing just happened.
A big pop?
Yeah, it was like 50 coals just decided to pop all at the same time, and they all just flew out, so I had to stomp them out. There's still some there. Like, the Krakatoa volcano happened again.
I see. That's quite the explosion.
Yeah. That is not okay.
Can I go out? I guess that was the end of that can.
Yeah.
Yep. I wanted to use up the cans. I brought half empty cans, or apparently almost all empty cans. Alright, let's try that again. Alright. Hot cocoa time. Trying not to spill this because we have a bear in the area.
That's why I'm trying to be as cautious as I can with my food.
We'll be hanging the bear, well, not a bear bag, but the earth sack with everything in it well away from camp. We know we have a bear because there's a bunch of fresh droppings right in camp, basically.
There's one over there, and there's one on the track that one of us skidded through. I think I did because I was the first one down here.
We still have some cold water, so I'll add cold water to it, and that will solve our problem. Now it's at perfect Logan temperature.
Let me pull it. Yes.
I had a mishap.
We took it to a boil.
I boiled the water.
That was too hot for even
Much
him.
too hot. I'm so used to using my alcohol stove that I forgot how fast these actually boil water. But we added some cold water and everything is...
All fine and dandy. Just grab the lid. How to put on a lid tutorial. And now, just like that, you have made hot cocoa. Now you can sit by the fire with your dear old father and enjoy it.
Cheers to hot cocoa.
Cheers.
We have cleaned up from our hot chocolate, hung the food and the cups away from camp, stoked the fire one last time, and Logan chillaxing, getting ready to call it a night.
And I just farted, excuse me.
So, we will be crawling in the hammocks for a nice night of slumber under the stars. Good night, Papa.
Good night, viewers, and good night, Dad.
Good morning. My favorite part. It's the morning. Waking up in the woods. Slept well. Fafa is still sleeping. One thing I forgot about this hammock is that you need to really kind of stretch it out. I'm a kind of a close together pair of trees. Yeah, I could have adjusted it, but I remembered all this once I laid down, and I just didn't feel like getting back up. It wasn't 100% perfect, but it got the job done. The Fafa is rustling, and it's early. I'm eating well this morning. Cinnamon and brown sugar. Apple cinnamon. And of course, coffee number 2. That sun feels great. Speaking of sun, some stirring in the hammock.
So,
Well, good morning, Fafa.
what time is it? It looks like it's like 12 in the afternoon.
It is 8:09.
The sun rose quickly.
Long days in the summer. How'd you sleep?
Good.
Good?
Yes.
How'd the new hammock work out?
Worked out very well. I am enjoying it fully.
Well, happy morning to you.
Happy morning and happy Father's Day to you.
Well, thank you.
Excuse me.
Of course.
Morning fart.
We are all packed up, so we're gonna take the packs back to the truck, drop them off, and do a little riding on this beautiful Father's Day. Essentially, the value of something can be placed in one of two categories. Things you can place a price tag on, and those that you can't. With each passing year, it's reaffirmed to me that the best things in life belong to the latter. Now, that list is different for each of us, but the past 24 hours, it's given me a plethora of items to add to mine. Like teaching my son how to do a proper donut on Father's Day. That to me is truly priceless.